Hey everyone, this is Chef. Welcome back to Uma. Man, do we have stuff to do today? Let's go knock out our scout. We don't have paid carrot scout, so we're not going to be able to do that. We do, though, have our final free pull on the Admire Vega Matikane banner, so we're going to knock that out. We've got new banners to talk about, and then we've also got Racing Carnival that started today, which I completely forgot about. I was thinking that we were going to do... Ooh, that's quite good. I was thinking we were going to do like some CM Ace runs today, maybe keep working on team trials. No, now we got to do dang Racing Carnival, because there's some really nice rewards in that shop that we want to get our hands on. Marvelous Sunday copy of Wit is fantastic, though, especially because we are looking forwards to working on CM runs for CM9. But this is also the final free pull that we get on the support card banner, so we're going to hit the exchange lineup. And even though Matikane is the quote-unquote better card to get from this banner, we only ever got one copy. And Matikane really wants to be at or close to max limit break, because that is the point where you unlock race bonus and fan bonus, which is why Matikane is good in the make a new track scenario that's coming up. So, because we're not probably going to get access to this, we're probably not going to be spending rainbow crystals on Matikane as a card, I'm just going to grab another copy of Admire Vega, because at least this is something that we can use in parent runs. We get End Closer Straights, we get Masterful Gambit, and then we also get Daring Strike. These are all fine skills that we might want to put on like Gold Ship or something like that. So I think we're going to get more value out of an Admire Vega copy. We already have a few of them. We'll just go ahead and grab another. We will also go ahead over and uncap those. Get those squared away. So that puts Admire Vega to 2. We'll get Marvelous Sunday to 3. That is better than anything else we got. This is Dober to 4. Well, I don't think she's an amazing wit card. And then we've got an uncap for Teo, just to use one up. And we've got an uncap for Gold City, just to use one up. So, let's talk about Racing Carnival. And as with most events in the game, let's preface this by saying that I have not done any reading on it beforehand. I am not an expert. If you want to know how to min-max the event right out of the gate, you should find another content creator to watch and then come back and hang out with me later so that you can tell me how to do it better, because all I'm doing is reading what's in the game. So Racing Carnival is a series of challenge races that you can take on with your veteran runners. When you take on these challenges with your veteran runners, you unlock a spark for them that only applies to this event. You don't need to use it going forwards. It just makes this event better. That makes your runners perform better in this event. And you can level the spark up. So we're slowly going to be grinding up a better and better Racing Carnival spark so that we can take on harder and harder races, and we can exchange more and more points in the Racing Carnival shop. And there is good stuff in here. We want to get our hands on a Rainbow Crystal Shard. We want to get our hands on tickets. We'd love to get our hands on goddess statues and star fragments and all this stuff if we could. Getting down here, we don't really care that much about this kind of stuff, but there's a couple nice things in the shop that we would really make sure that we like to get. So our starting point is going to be taking on one of these carnival races to give ourselves an initial spark on one of our veteran runners. And as far as thinking about who we're probably going to want to use as parents, I think we have an okay medium gold chip. But I'm just going to go and refresh my memory on it. Where are my sparks at? Show me... You know what? Why don't we do this? Show me my good turf sparks. Show me my good medium sparks. Show me my good show me my good mile sparks. Because all of the Racing Carnival races are miles and mediums. What do I have to work with? I have 1 okay gold chip, 2 wit, 3 medium, ignited speed, corner adept, nimble nav. I have a decent Matikane, nimble nav, straightaway adept, fighter, corner adept. And then I've got this Tamamo. 3-star power, or 2-star power, 3-star turf. Tail held eye, extra tank. This is a super generic parent. We've got power sparks, we have turf sparks. It works for everybody. It works for both mile and medium. So my initial thinking is that using Tamamo to win a medium race first in Racing Carnival, and then using her as the parent to build off of, is probably going to be our best approach. So let's grab the longer medium race, because Tamamo is built to do longer races. She should be fairly high up here in ratings. There she is. If we place within the top 5 on this race, she gets a spark. She's #1 favorite, so that should be fairly easy. You don't need to show me, guys, okay. So this, if it goes well and she doesn't get blocked, will give us our initial spark, and then we're going to start a career run so that we can pass that spark on to another runner, ideally a mile runner, so that we can do some of the mile races. And you already know who I'm thinking if we want to rebuild a mile runner. Well, they're turf. It's got to be Taiki Shuttle. Although maybe we could think about whether there's like Team Trials runners that we need to rebuild. We could maybe kill 2 birds with 1 stone. You know what? We'll figure it out. So far, so good. We also want to be looking to min-max our skills, like Team Trials style, I guess, because we're getting more Carnival points out of that. So maybe, you know what, maybe we do just want to build a good mile Team Trials runner. That's interesting. We're probably going to eat a pace down here very soon. Yeah, there it is. That's expected. We're going to have more stamina than we need to finish this race, though. So rushed is fine. Pace down is ending now. We still can trigger stuff like Nimble Navigator here. We can get a nice velocity bump out of our unique skill, even if it's not going to hit at late race specifically. We may not get Nimble Nav here, actually. She might just be too fast. She's way too fast. Okay. At least we get to deny Saiyan's angling and scheming here. Good points, good points, good points. It would be nice if we could hit even a few more points, but we're so far ahead here that we're actually not going to trigger most of our, like, our need to be in the back of the field skills. And that should be that. So that is a pretty decent margin of victory. And this is going to give us our first spark to build off of, assuming that I've correctly understood how this event works. So show me the spark. Show me how this works. 930 points. Rewards, our first win. Carnival bonus 1 on Tamamo. Great. Now let's go to a career. We'll do Unity Cup. No, we're going to look at team Trials first. Do I need to rebuild any mile runners? There was a change that I wanted to make here somewhere, because I wanted to get grass off of miles. How did I want to do that? Did I want to become mile gold chip? That seems insane. But, like, technically it's possible. Let's see if that works. No, it doesn't work. You don't have mile sparks. Build something normal. See if you can improve one of these mile runners. Could we build a better Daiwa? Did we like the way this Daiwa Scarlet came out? She only has 2 gold skills. That's something we could probably improve. Let's see if we can build a better frontrunner Daiwa Scarlet. I really wish that we could pull on trainees, but we just don't have the resources available to us. So Legacy 1 is going to be our legacy. We're going to go and filter on our Turf Sparks, because that's where Tamamo is. We've got Racing Carnival Spark level 1. And then for guests, technically we could go and find people who have already unlocked a Racing Spark, but I'm not that worried about it. We can just build our own. We've got double circle affinity with everybody here, so who looks the best? 3 stam, 2 mile, with an enormous amount of skills. stam mile. I like inheriting a pile of stamina because it means we can run Rico and nobody else. Let's also double check Daiwa's growth. So we have 10% speed, 20% guts, so we should be able to get away with 3 speed cards here. So we're looking at like 3 speed, Rico, 2 power probably. What does our current Mile Team Trials deck look like? It looks like exactly that. Okay, so that's a good sign. Let's go find Kita-san. Do I like these wit cards? Yeah, they're fine. We could maybe think about dropping Fine Motion here for Marvelous Sunday, because Sunday is starting to get pretty good. And she has some very nice debuffs attached to her as well. We could also drop her for Arden, because Arden's events are really good. We're not going to make use of Speed Star here. So let's run a quick comparison in Game Tora, just to make sure that we're using the right wit card for this situation. So we're back with Game Tora, and I continue to be reminded of just how good this Mejiro Arden wit card is. So the biggest draws on Fine Motion are things like 11% training effectiveness, and later on when we do have more copies of Fine Motion, we get a mood effect from her. I think it's probably at 4. We go to mood effect 30, training effectiveness 15. That's a good card. Unfortunately, ours isn't max limit break, ours is 1 limit break, and so we have no mood effect and we have 10 training effectiveness, or 11. On the other hand, we have Arden, with 55 mood effect, which is functionally 10 training effectiveness. Even a little bit more, so she's at like 15.5, 16%. She has just a little bit more specialty priority than Fine Motion, but that's fine because we actually want her to wander a little bit. And then she has better initial friendship gauge. She has much better hint levels and much better hint frequency, which means that we grow her friendship faster. And the only downside is that her friendship bonus is not quite as strong, and she doesn't have any initial wit. But Arden is probably the best wit card that we have right now. So we're definitely going to be running her over the Fine Motion slot because this is not a Pace Chaser Daiwa. This is a front Daiwa, so we don't need anything like Speed Star. And I think that's going to be the deck. Nothing else has really changed in the cards that we have available in the pulls that we've done, so we're just going to go ahead and send it. And our goal here, well, you know what, we could maybe switch Biko. Because I'm thinking I want a lot of gold skills, right? So what if we ran Teo instead as a worse speed card, but then at least we got access to Rushing Gale? Is it worth it? You're never gonna know unless you try it. I mean, the thing that's really scary about Teo is the horrible specialty priority. But the mood effect is pretty nice. And a gold skill, a usable gold skill definitely has value. Let's give it a try. Since we're building a Daiwa to try and replace the one that we currently have, I don't think there's a lot of harm in experimenting with a different deck to see if we get better results. And the other thing is that even if this fails to be a better Team Trials runner, it might still be a pretty good Racing Carnival runner, and we can just use it to advance the event. So, let's see if we can learn something from this. Let's see if we can do a little experimentation. Oh, careers are 30 energy again, huh? You know what, we'll still run it. This is the only career I'm doing today. We'll have to remember that for some weekend runs, because it means we're probably going to be drinking TP juice to get all of our parent runs done for Sunday stream. So, let's see how we do here. We got 1, 1, 0, 0, 0. We'll just take the Matikane training that also has a hint attached to it to advance her friendship as quickly as possible. We've got 2 with a hint. Everything else is 1. That's also fine just for building friendship. Medium straightaway is not the kind of hint that we're looking for. We do not need an explanation. That's a great power training. Nobody else had Unity training, so we don't really have to look at any other options. Would still like to find the opportunity to recreate here a bit. We'll take plus 10 energy, absolutely. One bad training, and I'm pressing that recreation button. That stamina training's okay. We don't really need to train stamina, but it's fine on Unity training. And then we're looking at our rest pretty soon here. Unless... plus 15 energy versus a chance at flustered pace chasers. I don't really care about a chance at flustered pace chasers. That's not good enough. None of these I think are good enough. Like, the speed training is fine. Stamina training is not good. Guts training is fine, but these are too energy demanding for us right now, and there's nobody on wit, so I think this is our first rec opportunity, and we'd love to see energy back. That's perfect. That's also perfect. It's not a great speed, but if there's nothing better, we'll probably take it. It's a better guts, but I don't want to give up 2 Unity trainings for it. Even though the friendship is better, the Unity training is significantly worse. So let's make sure we're still working on leveling our facilities. More energy recovery is always good. That's a great stamina training. It's a nice power training too, actually. I really like that this works on Rico, because we do want to unlock her friendship. So I think I'm going to take the slightly worse power training because Rico's there. It's also going to help with our energy management a little bit. There's our last mood up that we need. This we don't need mood from now, so we can take 10 energy. We could take a wit here. This is a good turn to take a wit instead of blowing all of our energy on stamina, because it works on wit friendship and it also works on Rico. That's another +7. Good. 10 speed, 10 wit versus hesitant pace chasers. I really like the hesitant debuffs. I think debuffing stamina is usually not worth it. I think debuffing velocity is worth it almost all the time. Am I gonna buy it though? Hey, yeah, we're unlikely to see it from anybody else, so I do think I'm gonna grab it, even at the expense of 10 speed, 10 wit, because I think that's a hint that I want if we're going to be running team trials, and I think it's unlikely to show up anywhere else. All of these trainings are fairly bad. I think we can just roll on wit here and work on Teo's friendship a little bit. We're looking pretty likely to roll on wit. Oh, never mind. That speed training's much better. We were almost going to take wit, but this is very nice. Matikane is almost a gold friendship, which is going to unlock our ability to get more energy back from wit training, which will be nice. There's our Rushing Gale hint, so that's taken care of. Not amazing. And given our energy, probably not the training we should take. I think this wit looks fine for working on friendship. Could get 1 mood, 10 speed, versus getting 10 energy back with a chance of ending the support card chain. I don't mind gambling on getting energy back from this. That's fine. You can't win every gamble. Adept is cheap-ish, but we don't need to buy it yet. Lucky 7 we don't need. I think we can just go into the skills list. We will be front for consistency. We will win. And off we go. Now comes the real game. Switch over to our agenda view to keep an eye out on races. We would very much like a hint for mile corners if possible. No? Okay, man, we're losing every coin flip event so far, huh? We're on in U. We need over 1,000 fans for this, don't we? Oh, Jesus. We're 2 fans short? You're 2 fans short. There's a G3 mile here. So let's try and score that, and then let's also think about hopeful stakes here. That's a huge wit training. So we definitely want to run this, and then we can run either this or this if our trainings are bad. Or if we see an even worse training day earlier, we can find another G3. That's just the one that I know. It's an okay guts training, and it means we can still train the next turn. Don't mind that at all. It also works on Teo's friendship. Like, she's not Biko, but she's still not really in a hurry to be friends. So we need to spend some attention on that. This puts Rice Shower to burst and also works on Kita-san's friendship. This is a better speed training, but it is too risky for me to feel like I have to take right now. So we'll just take the Wit. It's safer. We might see a slow metabolism event after this that gets us energy back. We might be able to roll Wit multiple turns. We aren't really needing to be pressured into taking high-risk trainings. We'll just take Wit again. It works on Arden's friendship so that we can get her closer to gold. We've got early Rico recreation. That's huge. We now have a very powerful tool for managing our energy and mood at the same time. That's a great Wit training. It's an unbelievable Wit training. And we don't want to burst on Guts, so we'll just take that. So we have both of our Wit cards at gold friendship now. Which means they can go rainbow mode. This puts Kita-san to burst. This puts Vodka to gold. Do I feel like I need to burst on stamina? If I remember from the last Daiwa mile run we did need to burst on stamina like 2 or 3 times to get to 650. So let's get one out of the way now because the first Unity Cup round is coming up. That's another 2 hints for straightaway add-up. We probably buy a straightaway add-up now. No, we could technically hit the Kita-san event. It gives us a hint for it. So we should wait just a little longer. It might get slightly cheaper. The single rainbow on Wit. It also works on... Wait, how did we unlock Rico's friendship when she wasn't even a gold? Even a green? I thought she had to be a green to unlock her friendship. Huh. That's interesting. Either way, I think we have to take this race so that we can run either of the G1s later in the year. So let's go nail... I've never won the Saudi Arabia Royal Cup. Really? I find that hard to believe. But I guess let's go, let's take our best shot at it. It would be great to nab another trophy. There shouldn't be any issues here as frontrunner if we don't get late start. It's very difficult to lose a race to other people who are NPCs if you don't get late start as a frontrunner. Maruzinski's the only thing that's a little scary here because she could nail her her acceleration. Not education. She could nail her acceleration in the final corner, and that might be a little scary, but we'll see. We're past position keep, so we could technically be passed at this point if we wanted to, but also we're free to just keep accelerating if we want to. That's actually a really nice time to hit our unique because it has an acceleration component to it. So it's going to carry us over slightly into the start of late race, and we're just going to be able to pull ahead here. That worked out beautifully. I don't think we're getting caught from here. Yeah, we're not getting caught at all. Awesome. One more trophy down. Also a decent confirmation that our stats are looking good so far. By 3 lengths. Let's aim for an even better number 1. 5 energy is huge. This is Rico territory at this point. Just getting 1 charge out of the way. But if the Wit training is really good, we'd take it instead. It's not really good. The speed training is quite good, but we can't take it at 40%. So we'll just take a Rico here. It'll get us slightly above average, and we know that both of our Wit cards right now are at gold friendship, so we're going to get some extra passive energy from them just by taking Wit trainings when everything else looks bad. Like, it's a fine guts training, but it's not amazing. It's a fine power training, but it's not amazing. So we can just roll Wit here. And then instead of getting like 3 energy back, we get 7 energy back, 8 energy back, something like that. Team rank up to E. We can do one good training, and then we have 2 potential race options to pursue. It's not a great wit training. It's a pretty good speed training, though. It keeps working on Teo's friendship, which is a little bit of a concern right now. And then for both of these, we're thinking, are these trainings better or worse than a race? In this case, this is a better training than a race. We put Matikane to burst. We have energy reduction from Rico being here. We work on Teo's friendship. So already that speed training looks better than running in a race. We'll grab that. And technically we don't have to run in the hopeful stakes, but if we don't have a good training, we would like to. I would love to get 20 energy right now. Stamina power 2. It's an okay stam training. It's not great. Oh, it's a really good power training though. That puts Arden and Vodka both to burst, and it just has good supports at it. This is mood effect, this is mood effect, this is mood effect. We're getting a lot of extra stats out of that. I think I have to take that. We can find races to run later in the career. But that's so much Spirit Burst progress that I think I just want to grab it when it's all in the same place. Team is looking okay. We have E Haru. We have 2 E runners on long. We have E medium vodka, and we've got us on mile. E Teo does not really know what she's doing here. We can switch Teo and vodka. Teo, you can come here to mediums. We'll stick vodka on miles with us, and we still have Mejuro Arden as our E on mediums. So that's E dirt, E long, E medium, E mile, F sprint. It's a little bit of a shaky top option. We'll see what the prediction looks like. I think we're good to take that. As always, in every single video, I see people in the comments saying you don't have to risk on top. It's not worth it. Don't take top. You can just take medium and then take top every other time. If I think that I can win top first round, I'm taking top. Because it buys us extra flexibility for the rest of the run. If our Unity trainings are good in junior year and then they get worse in classic year, it's good to know that we have that flexibility built into the run so that we can take a turn off if we need to. And I think it outweighs, it's possible I could be wrong, but I think it outweighs how far behind the curve it puts you when you do draw or worse, even lose that first round. So I don't really want to burst this speed, but I also don't really want to take this wit. And I don't really want to take this power. All of these trainings are bad. I really don't like the fact that this puts us so low on energy. But I guess it's fine. It was a truly bad wit training, so I didn't really want to take it when this was also a rainbow. If it was just some other random burst, I would not have taken that speed training. But the fact that Vodka's there alone is good enough, I guess. I don't think +5 energy is going to do it for training this turn. We're probably looking at a wit angle. It's a great wit angle. Recovers a ton of energy for us. None of these other trainings are great. Yeah, we take that for sure. So that means we can safely train next turn. Okay. This is our last chance to get the straightaway Adept hint that we might need, but I would rather just take 10 energy out of it. If for some reason we had rested the previous turn and we were at full energy, it would have been nice, but at this point, I don't think Adept is getting cheaper. So let's just lock it in. It'll give us a little extra insurance in actually winning races. We can take this training and still train next turn if there's a good training. So let's work on Teo's friendship some more and get some spirit training progress out of it. Let's just grab skill points because I don't think gambling on that event is worth it. Especially not when we've lost 2 previous coin flip events this run. That's a really nice stamina training. And Rico being there does make it less likely to fail, although 12% is still a little steep. I'll gamble on it. Beautiful. So now Kitasan's at burst as well. That gives us one more burst that we can look to consume. Do we need to buy anything in here? Hesitant pace. It's possible it gets cheaper. We can sit on it for now. Murmur we're not going to need. Restart, I'm usually going to be the person in front. Although I guess there is... We could think about restart. Not for winning the career, but as like a meta call against people who are using Runaway Suzuka in Mile. Because if we're front Daiwa, and there's another Runaway front Suzuka in the lobby, we will get a guaranteed restart trigger. Because they're always going to be in the front. And most Runaway Suzukas are in Mile, because it's the easiest way to handle the stamina demands. There's something interesting to think about there. This probably needs to be a rest. And I think our energy is low enough, it needs to be a full rest. It can't even be a Rico. Plus 50's fine. This inheritance should give us a mountain of stamina. Maybe like 80? 78? That's pretty good. Hesitant front runner, hint 2? Oh, baby. Front debuff, Darlet Skywell. Let's go run Okasho quick. What? Well, okay. Triple Tiara Dream is dead. Already. Okay. So what was the problem there? So the problem was either late start, what can you do? Or the problem was low power. Because our power is suffering a little bit. But I'm not going to read too much into it. I'm not going to let it get me down. This is a good speed training. We put Haru and Teo to burst. There is a G1 today if our trainings are bad. Our trainings are good. I really don't mind bursting on Wit at all. This might even put Teo to gold friendship. So all 3 of our speed cards will be at gold going into summer break year 2. That's a very bullish sign. You know what? You can't get the tiara, so we'll go to the derby. You can go race against Vodka if you really want to. Who am I to stop you? Hesitant front is probably not getting any cheaper. Stamina to spare is not going to be useful. That's probably going to be good for now. Maybe we'll debuff some random front. And it'll help us pull away. Stats should be fine for this. Yeah, stats are great for this. Alright, so a bit of a recovery. We probably don't need to run any extra G1s. What's our fan count at? 44. So this is going to put us at like 60. This is going to put us at like 75. Yeah, we shouldn't need to run extra G1s unless we want to. And then we have 2 turns until summer break. So taking a wit training here is going to help get our energy up a little bit. Trick rear is not something that's going to trigger. That is an okay wit training. Especially given that we're trying to preserve energy going into summer break. Nothing else going on here really looks that good. So we'll just take that wit, and then we'll see if we can get a better spirit burst on stamina going into summer break. Team is looking pretty good. We have Ds across the board. This is confusing. Any of you like running miles? No, no, no. Kind of. Okay, Inari 1 can come over here. But what am I going to do about Sprint Kita-san? You're going to switch me and Kita-san. Sorry, not me. You're going to switch Daiwa, Scarlet, and Kita-san. And then you're going to switch Taiki Shuttle and Daiwa, Scarlet. I think that's probably the best you can do. Like, just, I don't have anywhere else to put you. Because Falco is dirt only, and Haru's dirt only. And it's mile anyway if I put you on dirt. It's like the only place you can really be is medium and long, and none of these guys are coming down to mile with you. So I think we're going to have to run suboptimal aptitudes here, just because we don't have the right... Oh, right, I have to designate myself as an ace. And come up here. There you go. Alright, we'll see how that goes. It should be fine. We have Ds across the board. We'll see what the prediction looks like. We've burst a lot. I think we can handle it. I think our team is better than Tuzuna thinks it is. Yeah, not by much, though. Not by much. Okay. Two new members, one of them another long runner. Double rainbow speed, pretty good start to summer break, especially with the mood increasing cards that are there. Teo's 40%, Matikane's also 40%, Vodka's like 50. It's another good speed. I'll take it. Our stamina looks fine so far. We only need to get to 650. All of these trainings are quite bad. That stamina is interesting, but we don't actually have to take it, so this can just be a rest. This can be 10 power. But I asked for another double rainbow speed. Single rainbow speed, it's pretty close. It's definitely better than the other trainings we have available. I'll still take it. It's got 2 spirit trainings on it. It's not that bad. And then we could still train this turn if we wanted to. Burst on stam, whatever. Burst on power. I would like to burst on power here relatively soon, but not at a 9% fail rate. So let's just take wit to get some energy back. We've got other turns that we can potentially spend on that. One hint for curvature. Here's my burst on power that I wanted, and it's safe this time. This is probably going to be a Rico after this turn. Stamina Eater is not something we're going to be using. That is a long skill. If it's a burst on wit, it's not a burst on wit. Okay. We'll just take our Rico use here. We'll move her to stage 2. And then we run Shukusho, QE2. We could think about running the Arima if we wanted to, but we don't need to, so we'll sit on it for now. We are going to need extra skill points here, though. We need 342 for Curvature. We need 323 for Rushing Gale. We're going to need like another 140 or so for Ignited Spirit Speed. We're not going to need It's On or Nimble Navigator, though, so that's going to save us a little bit of budget. It is too bad that we don't have better gold frontrunner skills. Double Tiara, by the way. Well, kind of. We ran the Derby instead of the Oaks, but we would have won the Oaks too. And then QE2 Cup. You know, Shifting Gears is actually not a bad hint. Good. By 5 lengths. And then we should be able to go like train, wit, train for the last 3 turns. And that should carry our energy really nicely into senior year. It's not bad. It's not exactly where I want to burst. You would be a little crazy to turn that training down for a double rainbow wit. I'm just making sure that you would be that crazy. Yeah, no, I think you have to take this. Your stamina's fine. You don't need to burst on stamina. You're gonna get another 100 from Inheritance and another 100 from the end of career. You never need to touch stamina ever again. This is going to be a very shaky wit training with no rainbow there, but it is okay. I'm just thinking at this point, this is below average trainings on everything. There's no rainbow wit, there's no rainbow speed. which means that our final turn should be better than that, and I'm going to take this turn to rest. Now, don't prove me wrong. It's better. It's not better by much. Would I rather burst on this or just run the Arima? That's a good question. I think you'd rather run the Arima because you can burst on Wit later. You don't need to do it right now. Perfect. So that takes care of fans permanently. But we're mostly doing that to get our skill points up, so that we can buy all of the stuff that we want to buy at the end of this run. Team should be mostly Cs at this rank. Team is mostly Cs at this rank. The game still has no idea what to do on sprints and miles. So let's fix that again. Mile E, Mile C, Mile F, Mile C. Wow, Race can run miles. Who knew? Mile D. It's going to be Vodka. You're going to switch Teo and Vodka. And then where are you going to put Kita-san? Because none of these people can run dirts. Like, you could take a Nari one to medium. I can't put you anywhere. I can't put you anywhere. There's nowhere I can put you. No, you can swap Taiki and Kita-san. Hold on. Hold on. There's a solution to this cup game. Now I need to find somebody who can run miles. I can move Inari 1 to dirt. Wait, hold on. So hang on. There's a solution here. I almost saw it. For one brief moment, I saw the solution. I mean, you could also just do this swap. You could put Matikane on miles. She's C. Also, Kita-san's E. You know what? Actually, who cares? Who cares about Kita-san at all, man? You're only rank E. Your stats are horrible. You're not going to win a race anyway. We'll just have 2 people on our mile team. Now, that said, this is probably going to be our middle option race. Because our team, just from, like, an aptitude standpoint, is in shambles. So let's take medium and hope that we get better runners at the end of the year. Because I don't think the game has given us 15 runners that we can arrange into a team where everybody has an A aptitude. Which is odd. I don't remember seeing this problem before, basically ever. But presumably it fixes itself. Right? Like, surely it fixes itself? This is not a bad burst on power. We do want to spend a couple bursts on power here just to get it up a little bit. We're also burning energy before raffle. Good. Team rank to B. Double rainbow speed looking real good. It's a nice guts training, but speed's already 4. We don't really need to build our Unity Cup stats much at this point. We'll take the opportunity if it's available, but I'm not taking a 4 spirit training guts over a double rainbow on speed when Riko's there. That's just not an effective trade-off. This, on the other hand, holy cow. I think I would gamble on that. It's only 15% to fail. Look at the spirit training progress we get from you. Oh, thank God. That's a big training. That's so much progress. Mood 1, skill points 15 versus guts 15. I'll just take the skill points. This is too deep in an energy hole to Rico. Well, look at the trainings. Not a speed training I'd take. Not an anything training I'd take. What a beautiful turn to rest and hit plus 70. I'll take plus 50. Single rainbow, our deck can do better. Double spirit training. Double spirit training with Rico there, but on a stat that we don't need. I think this is a wit because there's no G1s today. There's a G2. Is a G2 better than this wit training? Yes. I do think that getting skill points is better than that training. I guess technically we should have seen if there was a race we could run that day that we hadn't trophied yet. But this is fine too. Minus 20 is pretty brutal, but we can still train safely this turn. This is still a safe training turn. And if we see like a rainbow wit, or even better, a double rainbow wit, we're feeling real good about things. What do you think, game? What do you think about a double rainbow wit training in early April? Oh, I have to sit through inspiration too. I forgot. All right, well let's get our another 80 stamina out of this. That is not very good on hints, but it's the stats that we wanted. Red ace to 4. Single rainbow wit, not bad. We definitely take that over that speed training. We definitely take that over all of these trainings. It's just a nice energy refill. We'll grab that. I feel like we may need to burst on speed from here on out, though, because we're only at 681. Not good. Really good. But I don't need stamina, is the thing. And I don't really need this much spirit training progress either, although it really makes sure we win our Unity Cup round in June. Oh, maybe I do. Maybe I do. I mean, this means we don't have to buy any recovery. It's going to put us at like 700, which also means that if we get rushed and debuffed and we have a spot struggle, that we probably still finish the race. Like, it's not horrible. It's just so hard to turn down a training that's that efficient on stats and mood effect and training bonus for the amount of energy that we're spending on it because Rico's there. And I'm very happy to see that we haven't been punished by getting an amazing training on this turn that we now can't take. So let's progress Rico. We'll get another 30 energy or so out of that. 25 energy, close enough. Train once, rest, and then wit is what we're looking to try and do. Although I could also see taking this wit because it puts Taiki to Spirit Burst. It's the best training we have available by a wide margin. So let's grab that. We'll not be using a small breather. We'll also not be using preferred position. Single rainbow on speed. So we could take this and then we could rest late June. We could also burst on wit, get Smart Falcon to burst, and then have a really awkward late June turn. I guess we could run like the Takarazuka Kinen and hope that we get -5 energy from winning it. But I'd like to use that burst up before we hit... Ooh, +5 energy. I'd like to use that burst up before we hit the next Unity Cup round, because our Unity Cup is currently pretty shaky. Pace Chaser Straits we don't need, so we'll just take 10 guts out of that. Single rainbow speed. Single rainbow wit, single rainbow speed. I don't mind taking that. I think we're going to be good on skill points, because we don't need It's On, we don't need Nimble Nav. We will probably end up buying stuff like Triumph and Pulse. So we're spending right now like 700. And we're going to get another maybe 500 before the end of the run. Which we'd use to buy like 250. And these are looking more and more dubious the longer we go on. 450 when Ignited Spirit pops up. We're gonna be close. I don't feel like I'm super pressured to run the Takarazuka though, so let's just take a wit training. Fill our energy up even further, because if we do roll -20 energy on the gamble event at the end of that race, it's pretty bad. Let's just stake a claim on getting good triple rainbow speeds in summer break. Alright, everybody is C's and everybody is A's. I finally don't need to touch this anymore. And then we have to win this to get our max stat boost at the end, which looks doable but questionable. It's extremely bad. Okay, that's fine. We've already ramped up pretty well over the course of the run. So while we are losing out on some stats right now, It's not fatal. It's a decent wit training just to preserve energy. Mile straights is a good hint. Team rank A. Double rainbow speed we jump on. Straightaway acceleration hint, that's value. Not a bad power training. Do I want to spend my energy on it though? I think I would rather just let my speed train power at this point, even though there are 3 supports there. Let's just go wit, get a little bit of spirit training progress in, even if it's unlikely that either of you get to burst. And then just keep holding energy for good rainbow speeds. It's not good, but it's the last turn of summer break, so we'll take it. I would definitely take 30 energy. I am feeling not having Biko. It's a fine wit training. Well, you know what? Actually, maybe I'm not. That last Daiwa got to like 1100. And we're at 800 now. It's possible. With a few good rainbow speed trainings, it's possible that we could get close to that other Daiwa. Come on. Ooh, that's a good one. Okay. All is not lost yet. Still a lot of turns to go. Burst on speed? No, no burst on speed. I think we have to save our bursts for speed at this point, though. I'll still take the speed training, though. We're getting close to the end of the run, so we're going to start worrying less about what's an efficient training energy-wise and worry more about what's an efficient training stats-wise. And we want speed, so that's an efficient speed training. Okay. We have 6 turns to go. Disaster. No, not disastrous. We have our last charge of Rico. Oh, baby. I want to burst on that speed, but I can't. Not at 25%. Let's just go fix mood immediately. We're going to be able to train once, rest once, and then we'll go... Ooh, 3 more levels for straightaway acceleration. That's very cheap now. We want to train once, rest once, and then we're going to go into the final 3 turns with full energy. It's a crazy power training. Do you take it? It puts Seeking the Pearl to burst. So you might be able to use it on the last 3 turns. Let's take a gamble. That speed training was not amazing. Single Rainbow Wit, Burst on Guts, who cares? This is a perfect turn for resting. Even if we hit plus 50, it's fine. We should be able to train our last 3 turns. Unless we have an extremely expensive burst in there somewhere. Like a double burst on speed would throw that plan into shambles. But we need to find a way to come up with like 180 speed to hit the speed benchmark that our other Daiwa Scarlet set. That's our current Team Trials runner. This one may end up being marginally better because she has an extra gold skill though. We'll see. You should look at your team first. Your team looks normal. You have 1 B rank runner. That's usually a sign of a below average Unity Cup run. But it might still be good enough to beat Zenith. Is it good enough to beat Zenith? Yes. Okay. So we don't need the Nibble Navigator hint. But we will take the plus 8 stats to everything. Okay. It would also be nice to hit Team Rank S. But we're not going to buy It's On either. We take that speed training. I can't believe that Fuji Kaseki was a B rank runner, and she hadn't even burst yet. There's Team Rank S as well, so we're going to have to face Zenith in the finals. Which is okay. We should be strong enough to beat them. Advance to semis. I need a burst on speed, please. I think we have to burst on power just to consume it. This is going to be a really shaky final training. Long corners? I don't care about that. What I do want to know is, now that Fuji has burst, how strong is she? She's still B, but we did max her speed. Okay. I think we're gonna come in short by like 120 speed. But I'm curious to see how the other stats line up against Daiwa. You have to take it. It's a 1 in 3. Okay. It's still not like the difference maker, but that's a good training success. She may not be that bad. Her speed is a little lower, but I think her wit is quite a bit higher. We reroll these. No shot. You probably should have bought a few skills before coming into this. Never mind. We're chilling. We're good. We're good. Okay. Let's see how we did. That's a good run. We haven't had a lot of good runs lately. I think that was a good run. It would have been nice if we saw one triple rainbow training in there for speed at like any point, but you can't get everything. Show me final skills. We will buy curvature. We will buy rushing gale. We will buy no other golds, but we'll take ignited spirit speed. We will take shifting gears, mile straights. We'll take hesitant pace. These are all mediums. We're not going to be positioned towards the back. These are all pace chaser. That's basically it. We might be getting like triumphant pulse and then a green skill. And none of these green skills look amazing. Could we buy one more normal skill? Yeah, you could get like restart or second wind. You could get restart. Sure. Restart might annoy people. Is there anything more consistent that we could get just from like a points perspective? Oh, you know what? You could get a second rank of mile straightaways. Let's do that instead. I'm pretty sure that a second rank... Well, no, you know what? Actually, you might not be points, because I don't think you get extra points for double circle mile straightaways. Yeah, we'll just buy restart. I don't love that, but it does kind of dunk on any runaway Suzukas in a random mile team trials lobby. And then let's see what sparks look like. Because we would like this to have nice sparks. It's going to be apparent for future 3-star long. Huh. Horrible power, but it is a 3-star long spark. Okay. It's really awkward. It's really, really awkward. But we can now go ahead and promote that spark in the Racing Carnival, assuming I understand the event correctly. This is going to be a second mile runner. No, it's going to be our first mile runner. So we'll have a mile runner that we can actually use for the event. That's nice. So let's go take on one of the mile runs. Let's do an 1800. Let's sort by date acquired, because Daiwa will be at the top. And then we've got 10% to all stats. We need to come top 5 here to promote our spark to level 2. Great mood, #1 favorite. That's increase. Front runner for being RNG proof. No late start. Son of a... Oh, but do we get No, we don't. We're in the lead already. I was gonna say we might get restart out of that. But alas. Good skill activations, though. Good positioning. We also got a really early straightaway acceleration. It's possible we get a second one of those closer to the end of the run. There's curvature and shifting gears. That's points. Position keep is ending. We're a little afraid of a late surger King Halo. She could be moving very quickly at the end of this race. We're also looking for a unique activation, like any time here would be really nice. It's becoming less valuable, but I guess we still get some velocity out of it if it goes off. We could also hit our second straightaway acceleration here. Hesitant pace is nice. Any other skills? Okay. Mile straights? Sure, I'll take it. It's points. Doesn't help us run the race, but it's points. So that will move her spark to 2. And then we will use Daiwa as a parent for our next run. Which is not going to be today, because I've only got time for 1. Man, Racing Carnival's neat. Oh, wait, hold on. We have a max challenge gauge? Sure. Let's try this. What is your race? What do you do? What's your deal? What's your thing? Tokyo Turf 1600? Yeah, man, why not? Also, I gotta double check the daily races here to see if I need to run all 4 of them to finish my dailies, because I'm seeing these dailies pop up. We got one for the King Halo race. We got one for the special week race, or whoever it was on the medium. So we might need to run all 4 of those once a day. But I'll double check dailies after this when we go to do our chores. This is a Suzuka, so we have a decent chance of hitting restart here. There's a restart, nice. Native Spirit speed is nice. Now I am the leader. Show me curvature. Thank you. Almost on cue. 15 gears is good. Dude, I bet you can farm some crazy points with like good team trials runners. We don't really have the support cards for it. We don't have a ton of skills options that we're working with, but man, I bet if you have like a good, you know, A+ or S rank team trials runner, they go crazy. Oh, that's a good hesitant pace and hesitant front. L still looks a lot faster than we do, though. Oh, maybe not. I think that might have been the end of her unique. Straightaway adept is huge. I think we got it. Yeah, she must have hit her unique and it almost caught her up to us, but it was not good enough. Okay. So we haven't a good enough runner to beat a challenge race, which is good. We don't have a good enough runner to beat like an extreme difficulty challenge race, but we're in there. There's also a lot of carrots we're getting from this too. So show me event missions. What do I actually need to do? I do need to challenge all 4 every day. Okay. So we'll do Saiyan. Oh, I should be using different runners. I should be using different runners so that more people get the spark. I'm a fool. Where is my other good turf generic parent? Also a medium parent. We should have Matikane do one of these. Because we may end up using her as a parent and promoting her spark too. This is a cool event, man. She also has mile sparks further down her tree. So we could go turf mile and make some more mile runners because we're heavily stacked on medium and long sparks right now. We bring Matikane for this. Alpha Mood #1 favorite, who cares? This is like a tutorial race. We're really not that worried about it. It says hard, but it's actually like for babies. It's for little babies. I like watching the races too because you get to see the number go up. It sounds like very, you know, dopamine, like roulette wheel build as like a take, but it makes you feel good when you see skills go off and then you get more carnival points. You're like, yo, that rocks. That's a rainbow shard. It's on, good. We got curvature in here anywhere? Or did we hit it already? I got distracted talking about the number going up. I'm not sure if we actually hit it or not. We have good odds to hit Nimble Nav here, though. I know Matikani's got Nimble Nav in there somewhere. Okay. Straight at up. This is potential Nimble Nav territory. If she doesn't pass you too quickly. She's going to pass you too quickly. And I think she's too far away from the runners to her right to hit Nimble Nav. Thane is fast. But I'm a late searcher. So I am faster. Let's close that distance up a bit. I think you hit angling and scheming, and you just don't have anything else left. Sick. Okay. So that's +1 Racing Carnival Spark. And then we gotta find one more person to stick that spark on. And that runner is going to be a little shaky, because they're probably not going to have good general parent sparks. But it's going to be for a 1600 mile. You know, we could stick it on, what if we looked at, like... Hey, what if we... This is spark sorting, right? What are you filtering for? You know what? Sprint and mile. But not cake. It's nothing. Okay. So we do need to no, wait, maybe, you know, reset filters. Show me anybody who I've got for miles right now. Yeah, it's going to show me all people who have a mile aptitude. It's not actually sparks related. So if we want to search for sparks, we need to rely on our tagging system. And I'm pretty sure we don't have any good mile runners. Let's also look at Carrot. Let's also look at White Sparks. That gives us a Tachyon. That's 2 power 2 medium. It gives us a Haru. It's 2 power 2 sprint. It gives us... This Taiki's also sprint. I remember this Taiki. I don't really want to use any of them. And I can't use Grass Wonder because this is the Grass Wonder race. So that's awkward. Wait, you did get the spark, right? Yes, but it's not on you as a skill. Okay, I understand. It's possible that we could use this Agnes as a 2 power 2 medium parent. So let's get you involved. Awful number 2 favorite. Wait a minute, can you run miles? Did I forget to check if you actually have mile aptitude? LD. Oh no. Oh, we've made a blunder. Well, this should be interesting. Let's go ahead and skip to late race and see what happens here, because I don't think she's going to accelerate much. Well, she's going to accelerate, but her top speed is going to be pretty devastatingly bad. Hesitant pace is going to be good for annoying people, but this is the part that's scary, because we don't pull away because our top speed has such a low modifier to it, and Grass Wonder is very fast behind us. Okay, that one's a bit of a wash. That's my bad. That's on me. Let's try that again with somebody who's actually, like, mile A. We may just need to... Oh no, we came top 5! Do I need to win, though? Do I get anything better for winning? No, I just need to challenge them. Alright, you know what, then we'll tank the fact that that was a tactical blunder. The point is that we have good sparks to work off of now for when we pick this up tomorrow. So we do need to consume 1 RP to run our team trials for the day, because that is a daily. I know that these can also be used for Racing Carnival, And if I really wanted to min-max it, I would log into this account like tomorrow morning before work and use up 5 RP on team trials. And honestly, I might, just to get that out of the way and let them recover. But for now, I'm going to drink one of the small TP juices, or the RP juices, because I want my daily completion. So there's that. We'll grab some Matikane star pieces, we'll grab Grass Wonder star pieces, we'll grab an alarm clock. Sprint shoes, we don't do sprints that often, so we'll grab some of those. Let's go drop in on daily races. And where am I going to fit CM prep in with Racing Carnival running? Like, I'd rather just do Racing Carnival. It's super fun. I like it a lot. Yeah, we'll find room. We may not do a lot of CM runs this time around, just because it's conflicting with other events that are going on. Grab alarm clock, dirt shoes, 100%. And then, let's go do our bingo spins. Claim our extra prize tokens. Grab all of these. We will hit, well, yeah, I'm going to log in tomorrow morning and do my team trials. Just so that it finishes that. Got 90 coins to spin. We only need to hit the 200 coin reload. We got it. That's going to move us to bingo card 8. And then, we just need to go check in on our club. And that'll do it. So, yeah, I'm going to do Racing Carnival tomorrow, because Racing Carnival seems sick. We'll find some time for CM prep. We're not going to CM prep on stream. So, if you're watching the YouTube videos and you're like, man, I don't like streams, I'm not going to watch the streams, I want to make sure I don't miss anything interesting, we're not going to progress Racing Carnival on stream. We're not going to progress CM runs on stream. Streams are going to be mostly parent runs and doing like weird epithet farming and stuff like that. So do not worry about that. Everything we do for Racing Carnival is going to be on camera. Everything we do for CM is going to be on camera. So if you want to make sure that you see that when that comes out, do make sure that you like the video, subscribe to the channel. It's the best way for you to know when these new videos come out. They drop at 4 a.m. Eastern, not because I'm awake, but because that's when I have them scheduled in YouTube. And if you have any questions about Racing Carnival, pointers for things that I could be optimizing, because I've read absolutely nothing going into it. I like playing events blind and learning as I go. Drop me some spoilers in the comments. Whatever you think I should know, let me know. And if there's stuff that you want to see me learn for myself, then don't tell me. But until then, I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care. Have a good rest of your night.